It's Down to Business with Jack Miller. Forget what they teach you in school. This is real life. Not Wall Street, but Main Street. A real show on what's really involved with starting and running a business. All the ups and downs. Our guests will answer your questions and provide you with valuable information. Stay tuned and join in the conversation. Call us at 305-541-2350. Follow us on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business or on Twitter at HJackMiller1.
Put Fred on for a minute. Let's do an introduction before we break for commercial.
Hey, Jack, how are you?
Good. Fred Poritsky, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody in Miami and around the world on the Internet.
Fred, I just want to introduce you, then we have to break for commercial in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Fred is I'll set the stage. Fred is a super nice guy. He has an unbelievable family, a terrific wife who happens to be listening, I know, and texting as well. Fred is a sharp dresser. You know, some people go through lives like me, and whatever they put on, they look like... what was that? They look like schleppers or slobs, but Fred always looks good. So, Fred, kudos to you.
Thank you. You should see me now, though.
I don't want to ask what you're wearing because it sounds too creepy, but I know you look good. Like Todd always looks good. Wanda always looks good. You do, Wanda. I dress like a slob, and I look like one. But anyway, Fred, I want to talk about two things with you today. One is marketing. Email marketing. The other is web design.
Yes.
And then I want to talk, which I think is a fascinating subject, and I think a lot of people can relate to it, is how you reinvented yourself. Because I think that's really a great topic, because a lot of people are going through this in this country at whatever age. It could be 30, 40, 50, 60, reinventing themselves, having to start second or third careers, and it's scary, first of all, and it's hard. And you seem to do it. I'm sure you had your own struggles with it, but at least from a friend's perspective, you seem to do it kind of flawlessly without the emotional scars or the trauma that I would have.
Yes, thanks for that. We can talk more about that when we come back, but I could talk about that for hours. It was scary, but it's probably one of the best business moves I've ever made.
That's cool. Fred, why don't you give everyone, in 1 minute or less, because we have to break in a minute, your background and what you do. Give out your contact information as well.
Okay. The name of my business is FZP Associates. That's Z like zebra. I'm a full-service digital marketing agency, meaning I do web design, email marketing, social media marketing, SEO, digital presence management, which I could talk about a little bit later. You can reach me via my website at www.fzpassociates.com. You can email me at fred@fzpassociates.com. And you can call my number, 215-932-0747. And I would love to talk to everybody. And a little bit about my background. I originally started my business life as an accountant. So going from an accountant to being a web designer seemed to be polar opposites. But I guess what led me to be more creative is that I'm also a drummer, which I started at age of 10. So I've always had a creative bent to me. And in maybe the last 10 to 12 years of my last position, a big part of my job was marketing in addition to accounting. So the web design, the email marketing, when that started, social media, which started within the last 10 years or so, really were my passions and not accounting. And at age 60, I decided, along with my wife's support, to start this business. I had a vision and little else, and it's really been working out.
Gotcha. Hold on, Fred. Stick with us for a minute or two. Actually, I think 3 minutes. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
I look forward to it, Jack.
Secret of life when we come back.
Don't turn that dial. We'll be right back.
Turn it around.
Follow us on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business or on Twitter at HJackMiller1.
Thanks for sticking with us, beautiful audience. I really appreciate your time. I've said it before. You're giving the most valuable thing you have, which is your time listening to us. Hopefully we'll give you some good information you can take and make money with it. We're now talking with Fred Poritsky, and we're talking about actually my favorite topic, marketing and how to make money. And I'm a firm believer, if it's marketing done correctly, is not an expense, but an investment. You should have a direct ROI, return on investment for it, and it should be, you should get it to the point where it's predictable, and you could see how much money you're going to make from how much dollars you can spend. So, Fred, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for bringing on the show. I really appreciate you giving your expertise unpaid to our audience. So,
thanks for thinking of having me.
So, Fred, let's jump right in, and I know you are an email marketing expert. So, talk to me a little bit about email marketing. It's a huge, huge thing, and it's a growing industry.
Great. So a little background. I started using email marketing when I was executive director of a synagogue about 10 years ago, when it was really in its infancy. And any business, nonprofit, for-profit business, needs to reach their customers and engage with them. And email marketing, using a company like Constant Contact or MailChimp, one of those different kind of mail services, is so much better to reach your clients than through your Gmail or your Outlook, because you want to be able to have metrics to see if people are opening up your email, and is your email marketing campaign worth it. It should be a profit area. It should not be a cost, and you really want to be able to engage your customers. Just sending out an email and never getting a response or knowing if anybody opens it, you're just wasting your time and money. So using an email marketing service like Constant Contact, either doing it in-house or hiring somebody like me or another person that does email marketing, is a huge boost for your business.
So a couple things. Companies market for a few reasons. One is to get new business, to attract new business. Two, to spread the word on their existing business, for direct sales, for actually more than two reasons, for all kinds of reasons. So is there a difference in the type of marketing? In other words, I'm going to do, if I have a database, let's say I'm a dentist, I have a database of 1,000 or whatever it is, customers or patients, as opposed to a new customer, I'm looking for new customers or new patients.
Well, that's a good question. You can use it for multiple purposes. What you want to do is first be able to get a mailing list. A lot of clients and prospective clients that I have say, well, I don't ask people for names. How do I get an email list? Well, if you have a business, the easiest way is first to ask people to give you their email address. Plus, you should also have a spot on your Facebook for people to sign up to your email, your website. If you're a dentist in your office, you should always have their email address, because you want to be able to either give them an offer for a free cleaning or whatever, but it's also to keep on top of mind. So getting an email is not always direct selling, but it's keeping your business in front of the people's minds, just like you do other advertising, newspaper advertising, internet advertising, TV and radio advertising. You need a combination of those things depending upon your business. The least expensive way is through email marketing. You will get your word across. You can use coupons. You can connect it to your social media so that your message gets across not just to your mailing list, but to your Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter followers, plus their followers, and it becomes just an exponential increase in who you reach.
Email marketing is a piece of your whole marketing matrix, sort of like a piece of the pie. Gotcha. And it fits in, it integrates with the rest of your marketing. There's two different types. What I mean by two different types is if you have your own list, that would, I imagine, be a lot hotter or a lot more successful than just a blast to 50,000 people.
Exactly. First of all, with email marketing clients like a Constant Contact, and I only use that because that's the one that I've been using for the last 10 years, they're very, very careful about not having you send out spam. So buying a list is really a no-no with that. But you want your list to be organically grown, meaning your customers, your prospects, people that come into your business, people that you meet at a business networking event, people that you have some contact, that have some expectation that you're going to send them something and they're happy to receive it. Those are the best possible prospects for your email marketing.
So the list is much hotter if it's an organic list. And what you should do, I think, is, at least in my opinion, is try to create an organic list. So let's talk about a couple ways you can do it.
Yeah.
Some of the ways are when you send out blast email, or you're sitting in a trade show or whatever, get people to sign up, sort of opt in.
Yeah, at a trade show is a good example. What you want to do there is give away a raffle prize for signing up, and you can have people sign up either by writing down their email address, or a better way is to create a QR code, which is those funny-looking black and white codes that you see around a lot. They were popular. They went out of popularity. Now they're coming back again. The QR code links someone's smartphone to wherever you want it to go, to your website, a page on your website.
So you should come up with creative ways, whatever it be. There's 50 of them to get people. One of the things I don't know if you do for your clients is, let's say you do a web marketing program or an email marketing program, have people download a free white paper on the industry you're in. Like if Todd, my man here, who's another sharp dresser and looks very handsome today. You guys can't see him, but I'll post a picture.
You're too kind, Jeff.
No, you do. You're a good dresser. Fred's a good dresser. Again. Anyway, what you do is you could publish a white paper on 10 reasons to buy commercial real estate, and then have people sign up for the white paper for free to opt into the email. So you kind of scrub the email. Do you do things like that, Fred?
Yes, white papers, ebooks. I'm just getting into the business of having an ebook written along with a content writer that I met. You know, content is king, which you hear a lot about now. And the content, it seems like it's a simple thing. It's just words on your website or your email, but it really needs to be done by somebody who's a professional writer, because the content is very important, not just to show you're credible, but it also ultimately will affect your search engine optimization on your website, your response on your email marketing, response to you on all of your social media.
So, like, what's the most important? The subject line? I would think that would be the most.
The subject line should be short and to the point. So you don't really want to get, like, cutesy in your subject line, but it should be something that attracts people in a very short time. It's
like for a commercial realtor, would it be make money on commercial real estate, or I have great listings, or something like that?
It would be something. You don't want to do what everybody else does. You know, a lot of emails that you get say this is the latest product or this is the best in the world. You want to give something that people are interested in. Maybe if you're a commercial realtor, you might want to say great rentals on offices or whatever.
Gotcha. I got the best.
Like Miami.
I have all the Miami listings.
Area. You don't want to say that it's the best, because people get that and they just throw them out. You want to get something that they're interested in. If there's a hot property in the area that people want to move into, whether it's commercial or residential, you want to just give a short, brief, couple words, maybe.
I got you.
6 to 10 words at the most.
Now, what about, how do you measure, because time is running by, and I feel bad, it goes by quick, but on email marketing, I think it's important to, or with all marketing, to measure, to adjust, to, test,
yes,
and to maximize. So how do you measure on email marketing the response rate?
On email marketing, especially when you use a paid service like Constant Contact, there are a lot of metrics for you. So there's an open rate, there's a click-through rate. You get a report on every email that you send out, and it tells you what all of the people did. So if you sent out an email to 1,000 people, each one of them, you will get a report. So it will say whether they opened it or not. If they opened it, did they click on something? So your email should really be short also. What you want to do in your email is to have people go to your website. So you want to give little blurbs, and then you would put something that says, to read more, click here, take them to your website to see the more important information. On your report, you'll get not only who clicked, where they clicked.
Gotcha.
And that's the most important thing. Open rate is very important, who opened up your email, but more important than that is, did you click? And you also get a report on the engagement. So each person, when you look at each contact, so if I'm sending an email and you're on my list, I can look at Jack Miller over the last 10 months. What was his engagement? He opened up this email. He opened up that email. He clicked here. So I know who to focus. It helps you focus your marketing
and adjust from it. So, and with email marketing, you can do. It's very easy to track. You can do A/B testing as well.
It's very easy to test. You can see which days of the week are best for you, which subject lines are the best for you. You get
Now,
reports for everything.
what about purchasing lists?
Purchasing the list is a little bit more difficult because the rules with email marketing are such that the list has to be very, very clean, and it has to be people that you're connected with. If you send to people that are on a list that you bought and they're not expecting to get an email from your business, they will complain to Constant Contact or MailChimp or one of those, and your service can be shut down.
So you have to be careful not to be labeled a spammer.
If you're labeled a spammer, what they do is they put you on what they call a blacklist, and the blacklist is not easy to get off of. You have to go onto the white list, and it's obviously they use black and white for a lot of different kinds of lists, but you don't want to get on the blacklist. It's very difficult to get off, and
Gotcha.
It doesn't take a lot of people to claim that you're spam to get put on that.
So to me, I got it. Email marketing seems to me to be a fantastic way because it's cheap to get started. You don't need to spend a fortune to produce a fantastic email campaign.
You do not.
And it's quick. So if you decide to have an email campaign, Monday morning, you could have it going an hour later.
You could, there takes preparation. You have to know what you want to do. There's a lot that you can do in advance. You can set them up as an autoresponder. So every time somebody gets added to your email list or joins your email list, they'll automatically get an email that you decide what it should be. Maybe it offers them a free coupon. And what I would like to do is anybody who goes to my website, www.fzpassociates.com, and goes to my homepage and clicks on Constant Contact free trial, you'll get a 60-day free trial of Constant Contact to see if it's something that you're interested in.
So what?
And at the end of the time, hopefully you'll sign up for it, and then I can help you create a beautiful looking template and also help you with the content.
So,
but please take advantage of the free offer.
So what is, for us dummies, what is Constant Contact?
Constant Contact is the largest email marketing firm in the country, and they do more than just email. You can also do, if you have an event, you can do ticketing. You can do event planning with it.
Gotcha. It tracks it.
It tracks everything and creates the beautiful invitation
Gotcha.
for you. It's an all-in-one package.
Fred, hold on for a few minutes. We got to take a hard traffic break and some commercials, and we'll be right back.
I'll be here.
Thank you.
Don't turn that dial. We will be right back.
Did you invest in a non-liquid real estate partnership? Do you want and need liquidity? There's finally an answer. Quick Liquidity is a direct buyer of real estate minority interest and tenants in common investments across the country. To find out if we would buy your non-liquid investment, call us at 561-221-0881 or visit us at quickliquidity.com. That's quickliquidity.com.
Do you need long-term real estate financing? Gelt Financial is located right here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and provides 30-year terms with no balloon payment whatsoever on non-owner-occupied residential and commercial real estate. With a minimum loan amount of only $75,000 all the way up to $5 million, we provide common-sense underwriting and quick closings. We don't require tax returns whatsoever. Call right now at 561-221-0900. Again, that's 561-221-0900.
South Florida's only business radio station.
Part of the Wall Street Business Network.
880 AM, The Biz. Welcome back to It's Down to Business with Jack Miller. Call us at 305-541-2350. Follow us on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business or on Twitter at HJackMiller1.
Chances to serve much.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us at the 3:32 hour. I appreciate it. I'm really excited. Again, I love talking about marketing because it makes companies money. And the sole purpose for a company being here is to make money. And Fred Poritsky's helping them that way. Fred, thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks for having me again.
Fred also does, beside the email marketing, he does web design. So, Fred, I really, we only have about literally 5-7 minutes left.
Okay.
Could you give everyone just a real, like, a minute or two on web design? Then I really am fascinated by your career change, and I think a lot of people want to hear about that. So let's talk about web design. Just tell everyone what you do for a minute or two, if you can.
Okay. I can never really do anything in a minute, but web design today is very, very exciting. I got into the business.
Fred, let me ask you a question.
At a very good time.
Fred, let me interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't do anything in a minute. You're a Jewish guy.
Wait,
let me tell
I'll
you
just
something.
follow my text.
I could do it 22. I could do it 22 times in a minute. No, anyway,
I knew you were going to say that. I've known you too long.
And we're devolving.
We're dissolving. We're dissolving real quick. Okay, Todd's bringing us back.
I have to get my makeup back on again.
Okay,
so the most exciting thing about web design today is the mobile aspect of it. Your website must be mobile. And what I mean by that is if you have a website and to do anything on it, to find something on the menu or to find your phone number, and you have to take your fingers and move it to make the website bigger, you do not have a mobile website. Today, people want to be able to go onto your website, use it with a finger or their thumb, get what they want immediately, and not have to try and maximize the size of it on the phone.
Gotcha. I'm not even going to go into the size of it and use it with your finger. But, okay, so there's all kinds of things. People I'll summarize it. People have to stay up to date on what makes a website, what makes a quality website relevant today, because I think relevancy is the key issue.
Well, relevance and content. So there are a few things that make the website useful. Look, it should look beautiful, but that's part of it. A beautiful website that has horrible content is really not worth whatever somebody paid for it. So you want it to look nice. You want it to be easy to navigate. You want to have content that's relevant. It should look professional, be done on a platform like WordPress or something else like that. That's a content management system. And the reason that it has to be mobile today is that the number of people of all ages, especially adults and 60 and over, almost 100%, very close to 100% of adults in the United States have a cell phone, and well over 50% of them have a smartphone.
Well, I think mobile is the fastest growing view on websites today.
It's the fastest.
Yeah.
You want your email marketing to be mobile so that
Everything
you can use it on a smartphone. You also want your website to be what they call responsive, so that if you have a 20-inch monitor, a 13-inch laptop, a tablet, or a smartphone, you want the website to look good on all of those devices.
Gotcha.
Easy to use on all those devices.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's what you have to have today. So having a website that you haven't looked at in 3 years, you don't have a website anymore, because it's not going to. You're going to get passed over by people looking for a business like yours.
So, Fred, gotcha. So they're going to contact you in a few minutes. I'll ask you for your contact information again on the email marketing and the web marketing. And Fred is just, I can tell you, I've known him for many, many years. Super great guy. Everyone will love working with him. That's just the way he is. But Fred, I want to jump to totally make a U-turn here. Because I am fascinated, or I think you give other people inspiration by recreating yourself at 60. Not that anything's wrong with 60, because I'm getting there real quick. But walk me through your process. As a background, Fred totally changed careers and went from, a mainstream career to what I call a young person's career. When you think of internet marketing, you think of a young guy in his 20s. A lot of my kids' friends out of college are doing that. Walk me through that process, what it was like, how you did it, and, really how you invented yourself or reinvented yourself into this new career.
Okay, great. So I will tell you that it was scary. And the fact that I had the full support of my wife, Lynn, who you know, made it hugely successful. Without that support, it would have been much harder to do something like this. So I came to a point in my life where I always wanted to run my own business. At 60 years old, does it make sense to most people? No. Did I hear negative things from almost everybody I know? Yes. And so some of the fears that I had were exactly what you're saying. Even though I had the knowledge of web design and email marketing, social media, and I stayed on top of those things,
How did you overcome those fears? We all have fears. I'm scared of everything. But how did you overcome the fear? That's what I think that makes you special.
Well, here's what I think. The way I overcame it was I wanted to do this, and I was not going to work in what I would call a regular, quote, job for somebody else again. And so I overcame that fear almost immediately. I spoke in advance. I spoke to people that I respected that were entrepreneurs, and they told me a few valuable lessons. One, networking is key, and I've been networking since before day one in various networking groups like LATIP and BNI and the local Chamber of Commerce, the local business association. Going to a business card exchange tonight. I went to a business card exchange this morning, and it's constant.
And when you go to those things, you get business from them?
I get business from almost all of them. I have all of my business so far has been through people I've met or referrals. I don't have any clients that I would consider a stranger. So networking is key to take those fears away. And one thing that you find out, if you stay on top of your field, the age is irrelevant. Most of my colleagues are 30 years old or less, and they don't look at me as some old guy, and I don't look at them as a kid because I actually learn from them. One of my mentors is 35 years old, but he has about 15 years of experience in this field working, on his own. So I look up to him, and he treats me like another colleague, and I treat him like that.
So really, I think that's a testament to you and the quality of your work, because you're overcoming perceptions. And again, these people who are in web marketing are smart as can be, smart as tax, because that's the new way of marketing. Some of these people are making a fortune because they're really the toll gate that businesses use to make money.
It is, and let me tell you another thing that I did early on in my career, which is just approaching 2 years now, is those people that you would think would be my competitors, I really embrace them as my colleagues. And one of my biggest competitors, who's a much larger firm than me, actually refers a lot of work to me.
That's fantastic.
And I do to them because they believe in me and the quality of my work, and I'm less expensive than they are, and there's some accounts that they would rather have me handle, and vice versa. I would rather have them handle some bigger ones that I know will take more of my time and I won't be able to service properly.
Fred, could you give your contact information one more time?
Yes, my website, www.fzlikezebrapassociates.com. My phone number is 215-932-0747. My email is fred@fzpassociates.com. And once again, if you go to my website, click on the bottom left corner where you'll see a Constant Contact logo, and it says, click here for a free 60-day trial. Please do that. See if you like Constant Contact. You can walk through it. You can call customer support. You can call myself, and we'll help walk you through it. It's very intuitive to learn how to use it, and I'd be glad to help people with that.
Fred, I really appreciate you coming on. I tell you, you're a terrific guest for a few reasons. One, you produce good information that people need to make money, and you're a great guy. But the second reason is, as I've talked about many times on this show, my wife texts me constantly during the show. But during the show, not only do I have my wife texting me, I have your wife texting me.
I can see that.
So, believe me, my phone is blowing up with texts. So, Lynn, I love you. Fred, you have a fantastic wife. And, Lynn, you have a fantastic husband. And you guys are great friends of mine. I'm super excited to have you on the show. We'll have to do it again. Fred, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me. And, Judy, thanks for letting me have Jack for an hour here.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday at 3 o'clock on 880 The Biz. If you want to send in your questions, comments, or ideas for shows, please email Jack Miller at geltfinancial.com. Follow us on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business or on Twitter at HJackMiller1.
Turn it around.